Hey. Welcome to another episode of Thursday Thoughts. I am super excited to be here with y'all on this Thursday. Can you believe it? We are in February, finally. Because I don't know about you, but January was a long month, y'all. It was a long month. And so, as with every Thursday Thoughts, we want to kick it off and just start off by thinking of like something to be grateful for, something to be thankful for, because there's something every day. The fact that we woke up this morning is something to be grateful for. I'm extremely grateful that the days, believe it or not, are getting longer. So we're here up in the north and the days are getting longer. You know, the sun is shining out, the days are getting longer. So I'm super excited. Hi, Dorothy, do your own thing. Kills. Welcome. Thanks for joining. This is Thursday Thoughts. And this Thursday Thoughts, we are just doing random thoughts. One of the things that I was thinking about is there's just so much going on. And part of our brand we do on the first and third Sunday, Sister Self Care Sunday. Well, this past week we were talking about your self-love journey. And I just wanted to piggyback up on that this week because, this is the month of Valentine's Day. This is also the month of, celebrating Black American history. And so I just really want to focus on, making sure you take time to show yourself some self-love. And what does that look like? What does that look like? So for identifying what self-love is, and it really boils down to, are you taking care of yourself, y'all? We really have to really begin to take care of ourselves. Oftentimes we are stretching ourselves thin because we are there for everybody else. But on this Thursday thought, let's think of some things you can do just for you. Taking a time to exhale, to breathe, to relax, to do some things you haven't done in a while that brings you joy, that makes your face light up, right? To unplug from some of the noise that's going on in the world today. So, in this Thursday Thoughts, I want you to really think about, okay, how can you show yourself some love? How can you show yourself some love? And in doing so, I want us to think of, how can we be more compassionate with ourselves? Sometimes in the beginning of the year, a lot of folks will set goals for themselves. How many of you set goals for yourselves? Things on your to-do list, you've got a vision board. You said, I want to do this, I want to do that. There's a ton of things you really want to do. Well, show yourself some grace while you're trying to accomplish those things, right? And have a balance to it. So in our lives, we have work, we have home, we have family, but we also have self. So I want you all to think today, when was the last time you celebrated yourself? What does that look like? Celebrating yourself. We're talking about self-love. How have you celebrated yourself? If you celebrate yourself, tell me something that you do to celebrate you. Do you take yourself to dinner? Hey, Guinevere, thanks for joining. Hey, Miss My Brandy 59, thanks for joining. So, do you take yourself to dinner? Things you can do to show yourself some love. Even before you step out of the house in the morning, when you're getting dressed and you're looking in that mirror in the bathroom, ladies, you need to tell yourself, stop and tell yourself, I love you. I mean, really look in that mirror before you put the makeup on, before you comb your hair. For those of you might have your hair in a bun, you might have your hair tied up, just as you are. I mean, even before you brush your teeth, just look at yourself and tell yourself, I love you. And when you first start looking in the mirror, telling yourself that you love you, you might feel like, you know what, this seems a little odd, a little awkward. But it's so important that you tell yourself that you love you. It's important that the inner you hears from you that you love you. I mean, you tell everybody else verbally that you love them, but we neglect to tell ourselves that we love us. So look yourself in the mirror tomorrow morning or tonight as you get ready for the bed and tell yourself, I love you. Think about the things that you've accomplished. Make a list, write down things you've accomplished in your life. And then give yourself a congratulations. Take a credit and see everything you've done, from graduating school, going to college, raising a family, working a job, creating a home, creating a life for yourself, bouncing back when you hit a roadblock, how you persevered, how you're still here. I want you to celebrate you. Look at the things that you've accomplished and celebrate that. Oftentimes we'll forget the things we've accomplished because we're so focused on the next thing. What's the next thing I need to do in my life? Or the next thing on the list. And if the next thing on the list you fall a little short, some people will totally break down and feel like they're such a huge failure. And they totally forget they built a whole history of things that they actually have accomplished. And in life, guess what? We're not going to get everything right the first time. We're not going to get one win after another win after another win, but we learn to be resilient. And it's easy to be resilient when you believe in you. And you believe in you when you trust yourself and when you love yourself. Again, we're talking self-love on this Thursday Thoughts. How are you showing yourself self-love? What are some things that you think you can share? Like, share in the comments. What is something that you do for you to show yourself self-love? It may not even involve money. It could be maybe you're a person who really believes in mindfulness. Gwen says true self-love is so important. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Because there's so many things out here in this world that will tell you this is the beauty standard, or this is what you're worth. And if you don't have these things, or if you don't look like this, then your value and your worth goes down. But guess what? When you have real self-love, there's no validation outside of yourself that can tear and shake your self-esteem or your confidence. That's why self-love is so important, y'all. Because even when you go after a job and you don't get it, guess what? You're not crushed. You just say, you know what? Maybe that wasn't the opportunity for me. Or if you're coming out of a relationship and you get your heart broke, right? You're not absolutely devastated to the point where you're looking in the mirror at yourself saying, what did I do wrong? Maybe if I coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? Instead, you could look and say, you know what? That is a hurtful thing. I'm going to miss that person. But I guess it was time. And you can let people go out of your lives without having to make them a villain. And you can let people go without blaming yourself, without carrying the burden of what did I do wrong. When people leave your life, even the most painful times when they leave your life, right? The things that hurt the most, it's just closing the door to something that needed to end and preparing the door to open for new beginnings. Because old keys can't open new doors, y'all. Now I'm going to say that again. Old keys cannot open new doors. So things that wasn't working for you from the past, Be careful not to go back to those things because they're familiar, especially if we're talking dysfunctional things, things that totally don't serve you. Don't go back, because oftentimes, if you've had dysfunction in your life for a long time, it almost becomes normal. So if you've been blessed to walk away from something, don't go back to the very thing that God freed you from simply because it's familiar. Start giving yourself grace and the gift of being familiar with change and with things that are new and good for you. But show yourself that grace. And don't allow change to make you feel so fearful and to doubt yourself that you can't move forward. Again, we're talking self-love. This is the month of love, right? So if you like flowers, buy yourself some flowers. Treat you like a queen. If you want to go on a trip, take that trip. If you can't do a full 4 or 5 day trip, take a weekend trip, or make it a day. Make it a day where you do some of the things that you really, really enjoy. If you like going to museums and looking at art, do that. Take yourself on a date. Actually plan a date for yourself. Make it a whole day. You go out for breakfast. Maybe you go work out. After going to work out, maybe you go to the mall and just kind of look around. Or maybe you schedule a spa day where you get a massage. And if you don't want to go out, maybe your fun's a little funny, schedule a spa day at home. Draw you a beautiful bubble bath, or if you're a shower person, they have those nice little shower pods you can put in the shower, and then they steam up and it has this nice aroma, good aromatherapy for you. So whether it's a bath or a shower, get somewhere where you can relax, light some candles, put on some nice tranquil music, and then just clear your mind. No scrolling through social media, right? But clear your mind. And then just start breathing and letting go, slowly peeling away things that may be worrying you, stressing you out, right? Things on your to-do list, you like, God, I could be doing this. Show yourself some self-love by taking some time to just be with you. No TV to distract you, but just to be with you and clear your mind. Because oftentimes we have so much that's going on the inside that it'll cause us to be stressed, to feel overwhelmed, to feel anxious. So to help do some of that, show yourself more self-love. Decompress. At the end of every day, start writing. Before you go to bed, start writing down things that are on your mind. I call it a brain dump. Do a brain dump before bed. Self-care is self-love. So that's why I'm giving you all some of these tips. Start writing things down. Share and get out of you all the things that's going on, things that you're worried about, things that you're hopeful for, you wish for, right? Get that brain dump out of your head before you go to sleep. And then top it off with listing something that you're grateful for. Give yourself 3 things you're grateful for. Be grateful for another day. Be grateful for, the bed that you have to sleep in at night, the covers as you pull them up over you, how warm and how blessed that is that you have that. Be grateful for your family. Be grateful that you're in your right mind, that you have your memories. Because there are people out there who literally are losing their memories. So think about the things that you have to be grateful for, right? If you can't run a mile, be grateful you can walk a mile, right? There's something to be grateful for. Find those things. And then showing yourself more self-love. List things that you're proud of about yourself, that you've accomplished, and then set some goals for yourself every week. Again, this is how you're building resilience and building self-love for yourself. At the beginning of every week, list at least 2 to 3 things that you want to accomplish that week. And then every day, when you get ready to start your day, I want you to go back to those 3 things and say, okay, what am I going to do today that's going to feed into these 3 things I said I'm going to do for myself this week? So if your things are work out, eat better, and drink water, guess what? Today, you need to make sure water is on your list. That's going to be your focus for today. Even if it's just that one thing. And at the end of the day, check in with yourself and say, did I reach my goal for what I set for myself, and drinking the water? And if you did, celebrate it. And you will be surprised. That's how you build healthy habits. That's how you show yourself love, because you're not letting yourself down. Okay. So on this Thursday Thoughts, I just want to again thank you all for joining. Tag a friend, share this, because on Thursday Thoughts, we share our thoughts, but we also want to make sure that we are being thankful and then practicing self-love, because this is the year where we're focusing on ourselves. We're going to be developing ourselves. We're going to be cultivating ourselves, loving ourselves, boosting our esteem and our confidence, and living life on our terms and thriving, even in the midst of chaos. Okay? So thank you all so very much. And there is a book. Y'all know I have books that I like to share with y'all. So I will share with you all a book. I need to go to my pictures because I was listening to part of the book. And I said, you know what? I'm going to share this. And it had some helpful tips in it. So this is just some helpful tips. This is, the name of the book is called How to Stop Feeling Like, Shit. That's the title of the book, y'all. That's the only reason I said that. And so, again, it's How to Stop Feeling Like Poop, Shit. Okay? But it's a good book because it gives you 14 habits that hold you back from happiness. We're talking self-love. We're talking self-care. So check that book out, How to Stop Feeling Like SHIT. Okay? All right. And with that said, before I get out of here real quick, listen, we are bringing Sip, Chill, and Spill back. Yep, Sip, Chill, and Spill back. And that's a ladies' night out. It's a virtual pajama party, y'all. Listen, we did this in December. It was a ball. We had a huge turnout. It was so fun. And it's absolutely free, ladies. It's coming up in March. For those of you on Instagram, click the link in the bio. Sign up now. Get your spot. It is going to be fabulous. Thank you, Guinevere. Thank you. But I want you all, again, it's called Sip, Spill, and Chill. It's a fun event, y'all. The event is it's going to be Sunday, March 23rd. Get your seat. It's virtual. You can have a cocktail, a mocktail, coffee, or tea. Starts at 7 p.m. And when I tell you we played some games, we had some good conversations, and women had their favorite cocktail and mocktail, and it was so much fun. So we're bringing it back. We do it once a quarter because it was so popular. So we're doing it once a quarter, and this quarter is going to be March 23rd. Totally free. It's a space where women can be supported. We love on each other, and we just have good old fun, y'all. Good old fun. So again, whether you have a cocktail or a mocktail, tune in. We're going to have a blast, but you have to sign up to be in the room. Again, it's totally free. All right, y'all. Take care of yourselves. Love yourselves. Love on yourselves. If you don't have anybody to spend Valentine's Day with, spend it with yourself, because you matter and you are somebody. And love on yourself. Give yourself your flowers and roses every day because you deserve it. You're worthy. Good night, y'all. I love you.